Well, hello. This is Betty returning to talk about the second phase of a convention trip that I took in 1989 with women in construction. The first part of it I've already shared. It started in Vancouver, British Columbia, and we had such a fantastic time. So this is going to continue with the bus that we were on in Vancouver taking us to the ferry. Now, I never have seen one of those big ferries like this and was shocked when the bus just drove right down into the belly of that huge ferry. And along with, I don't know how many other cars and trucks and buses, but they let us get off the bus after we got parked and everybody was stable. The other cars had stopped moving, and we made our way up into the lounge and to watch as we made our way to Victoria, British Columbia. So that was fun and a new experience for me, being on a huge ferry like that. So that was 1989. Now, when we got to Victoria, the ferry docked near Butchart Gardens. Now, I didn't know anything about the space or the land area or anything. This was before we had the internet where we could just search online at a moment's notice and find all this information. So we had to actually, find something on a magazine or a book or write off for it or something to know a whole lot about it. So when we got to Butchart Gardens, we were so impressed. That is a beautiful world-class gardens and probably the most spectacular gardens we had seen. We saw two beautiful ones in Vancouver. So that was fun. My sister and my mother were with me along with the other women and their husbands from Women in Construction. So we enjoyed that. And then the bus took us on over to the harbor front in Victoria, British Columbia. And looking back, I thought Victoria was just on a little tiny island all by itself. But today, when I looked at it on the maps on that area and saw where it was, it's actually at the very tip of the Vancouver Island. And it is the capital of British Columbia. Now, we saw the beautiful Parliament buildings. They were close to our hotel, which was just on the waterfront, but down the side of the harbor area, but still within walking distance to that little town. Now, we didn't do a whole lot else on our own there, but when the bus brought us back from the gardens back into Victoria, we stopped at the Empress Hotel. Now, my goodness, we didn't expect this at all. We knew we were going to have high tea at the Empress Hotel, but that's a huge, historical, gorgeous old building, and the tea room was huge and tastefully decorated in very old vintage style, and it was just absolutely beautiful. And I have pictures of my mother and me and my sister enjoying our tea and scones at the Empress Hotel. So that was a fun place to visit that we didn't really know a whole lot about either till we were actually there. So when the bus took us on to our hotel, we had the afternoon free. I don't think we stayed but maybe 1 or 2 nights in Victoria, but it was a beautiful place. So we walked, my sister, my mother, and me, walked back up to the harbor front and had dinner that night. And it was a beautiful place. There was hanging baskets on all the lampposts and totem poles, and we just enjoyed walking around and looking. We didn't actually do a whole lot of anything else, but just walk and sightsee. Being on the waterfront's always pleasant to me. I enjoy looking at the boats in the marina and just enjoying that atmosphere. So this is going to be a little shorter video, and so I'm not going to, I don't remember a whole lot about Victoria except how pretty it was, the gardens, the Empress Hotel, and those beautiful Parliament buildings that were there. So, but I do remember leaving Victoria and heading to Seattle for our convention. Now, all this time, I thought we took a hydrofoil from Victoria. But looking today online, the Victoria Clipper, which is the boat we were on, never had a hydrofoil, and in 1989 they didn't. So I'm sure it was the fast, speedy catamarans that they still use. And oh my goodness, that was spectacular. It was called the Victoria Clipper. So if you're ever up there, check it out for a ride down through the water to Seattle. So that itself was an experience. It was fast. It was cold. My mother couldn't hardly stay outside, but my sister and I would go out on the back of the boat every chance we got, try to look for seals, and we never did see any whales, but we did see some seals. So that was fun and exciting adventure, but got us into Seattle, and that's where our convention was going to be. But my sister and my mother, I think they stayed a night or two. So in my next little video, I'll talk about our finishing up this little adventure at Seattle. But Victoria, British Columbia is the capital there, city, and if you're ever in that area, make sure you go there because it's something you don't want to miss. And I'm sure there's so many other things that we could have seen. I saw today where they have a really nice Chinatown, and that would have been fun, but at the time, we didn't know a whole lot about where to go when we were on our own time. So the things that was planned as a group was our main activities. So if you go, do your studies and research and find out what you enjoy to do and then go do it. I'm going to sign over here, and I might go ahead and make my next little Seattle video while I'm still awake and moving, because sometimes it's a hard day for me. At 80 years old, it just don't get any easier, and so when I'm capable of doing something, I try to do it. Have a wonderful day, and if you enjoy these little videos, tell your friends and share them. I just like to grow my little channel, and I enjoy doing it, and it gives me something to occupy my time. So, love you guys. Bye.